The way that that works is similar to the way Missouri Ethics Commissions works, in that it is complaint driven. So every single time that application goes out, we don't actually have city representatives or police representatives going and testing those applications. It means the only way a complaint will be formed is if individuals report those employers. Now, in my opinion, I used to work in restaurants for a very long time. We would consistently have people that the police department would sponsor to be underage to see if we would serve them a drink. And it's really telling to me that the city of Columbia would prioritize, and the police department would prioritize funds to try to get servers and kids in trouble for underage drinking, but not prioritize funds to protect citizens who happen to have a felony conviction. So if I was on council, I would certainly try to pressure, whether it be volunteers or city employees or police departments. I think we need to really ramp up enforcement of ban the box, because if you can't get a job, then how do we expect people to be able to quote unquote hold themselves up by their bootstraps?
The first step is education. This is one of the problems that you have in the city. You have a task force, they come up with an agenda, they bring it before the city council, we create an ordinance, and we say that's it. But then there's no follow-through. There's no plan for how to enforce it. No plan, and because of a lack of education, there are employers out there who have not heard of ban the box. And there are applicants who are going to apply for jobs who don't know that there's anything wrong with checking that box when they see it on a job application. So I think as a city council, one of the things that we can do is rev up an educational program and start promoting it again, because we did it a couple of years ago, and then you don't hear about it anymore. Nobody talks about it. We just assume that it's done, and it's not done. It's not done. And so we've got to just educate the public so that we can hear those complaints when it's not being complied with. Because right now, no complaints are being filed because people don't know.
I was just going to say, we don't have to wait until we're on city council to check this out. In fact, I was just thinking of when I got to work tomorrow, I'd look at the university website and see if it's still listed on their website for jobs. Because when things are complaint driven, we can all report these things. And of course, there are a whole lot of things that are complaint driven that really shouldn't be, because there's such unequal enforcement in all kinds of areas. And yes, to answer your question more directly, I very definitely think it's very important, because one of the huge problems is the issue of reentry. People get out of prison in the United States and 80% go back. And I think that we're going to be a kinder, more humane, more prosperous, safer country if we can keep people from having to go back through all that again.